Hey everybody, Sickness here again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. Got some great stuff today, so let's get down to it. The first title I got today came from one of my viewers. She politely asked me not to reveal her name, so I won't, but you know who you are, so thank you very much. What she sent me was Mutant on the Bounty. This is awesome. Only available on VHS, never released a DVD. This is going to be one big ball of cheese. I cannot wait to check this one out. But unfortunately, and also fortunately, it's still sealed. It's awesome that this is a sealed copy of this movie. That is very cool. But the unfortunate part is, do I want to open this? I don't know. I'm having a hard time deciding between keeping it sealed for collecting purposes and opening it up, obviously, to watch and enjoy the movie. Now, owning all these titles behind me, I own them to enjoy them. I own them to watch them and enjoy them and love the movies. But at the same time, there is the collecting aspect to the whole thing too, and it's very difficult when you have a movie that's only available on VHS, never on DVD, somewhat harder to come by. You gotta ask yourself, do you want to open it? I just don't know. So what I think I'm gonna do is maybe hold off a little bit, not watch it straight away, because I have a ton of movies that I still need to get around to watching. Because obviously I buy a boatload of movies every day, you guys know that. I obviously buy faster than I can even watch, so I have a lot of movies to watch yet. So I think what I might do is put this one on hold, just keep it sealed, not watch it right away, and maybe within the next year, I'll come across a copy of this or find a copy online that is opened. Or actually, I don't even care if it's open, I guess, because I only need one that's still sealed. So hopefully I'll come across maybe another copy for cheap, I'll pick it up, and I'll watch that and keep this one looking all pretty and sealed. That's what I think I'm going to do. But, you know, if enough time passes where I don't find another copy, then I'll bust this one open eventually. So, very cool. Thank you so much for sending it to me. Again, you know who you are. Thank you very much. This is awesome. Then I got another title in the mail today. This one I ordered off of deepdiscount.com, and that is House 2, The Second Story. Love this movie. The only houses I've ever seen is the first house and the second house, and they are great films. But this is the one I grew up with. House, I never saw until maybe, I'd say maybe in my early 20s. This is the first time I ever saw House. And I love the movie. It's fantastic. But House 2, this is one of those movies that used to play on TV all the time when I was a kid. This movie, I swear, was on TV every weekend. So I've seen this movie 1,000 times. I mean, so many times have I seen this movie. And I love it. So if you ask me, this is the better of the two. Not that the first one's bad. It's just from a nostalgic purpose, or point of view. This is the better of the two movies just because I watched this and it takes me back to being a kid and I love it, love the storyline. But that being said, the first house is brilliant. It is a great movie and maybe in a way it is the better of the two. I don't know. But this one I love. Definitely have to own this. Already have it on VHS. I'm not going to replace my VHS copy with House 2 because I like the VHS artwork on the House VHS tape and the House 2 VHS tapes. I kept both of those because they just look cool. My cases aren't in the best condition. Unfortunately, I don't have the best VHS copies in the world. They've seen better days, a lot of shelfware. But still, I'm going to keep them. The artwork is just great on them. I definitely want to have them. So I'm not going to replace my VHS copy, but very cool to have a DVD copy. Even though, fortunately, this is not the Anchor Bay release. This here is the Image Entertainment release, which, if you guys know, Image Entertainment is a bit of a low-budget distributor, unfortunately. So they don't distribute the highest quality movies, unfortunately. But you know, I am happy to have a copy of this because the Anchor Bay release is out of print now, and it's a great release. It's widescreen. It's got all these special features. This, unfortunately, is full screen and it's completely bare bones. But still, I got this for, I think I paid like $1 or something for this because I used the $5 off coupon from like 2 weeks ago at on deep discount. So I got this for really cheap. So for that, I'll definitely have a full screen bare bones DVD copy just to have an actual DVD copy to watch instead of my VHS copy. So very cool. Love the movie. I highly recommend everybody check this one out. Then I grabbed 2 titles to replace VHS copies. First one I grabbed was Far From Home, The Adventures of Yellow Dog. Picked this one up on VHS a couple weeks ago. Still haven't gotten around to watching yet, but I came across this for $5. Figured I'd pick it up and replace my VHS copy. Then the next title I grabbed might seem a little weird for me to pick up, but I had to get it just to replace a VHS copy I have, and it is this 4-pack here, 4 movie marathons, romantic comedy collection. Comes with The Perfect Man, no interest in seeing that. Head Over Heels, no interest in seeing that. Wimbledon, again, no interest in seeing that, although Kirsten Dunst is in that movie looking pretty good, so maybe I'll end up checking that one out. But the reason why I got this is right here, The Story of Us. Bought that on VHS a couple weeks back. It looks really good. Definitely want to check that movie out. I still have not watched it yet, but came across the set for $5 at Walmart. Definitely had to pick it up, just replace my VHS copy. Looking forward to checking the movie out. Then on my way home today, stopped at one of my local thrift stores and grabbed myself 2 VHS tapes. First one I picked up was the classic Disney movie, The Parent Trap. Actually just watched this about a month ago. It was playing on TV and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was great. Fantastic movie. So now that I've seen it, I definitely want to pick myself a copy. They do have The Parent Trap and The Parent Trap 2 DVD set that I really want to get. I see it every now and then for pretty cheap at Best Buy, so I might go pick that up pretty soon. But in the meantime, definitely wanted to grab this. I got this for 10 cents. Great deal. Fantastic movie. Highly recommend everybody check it out, especially if you're really into older Disney titles. It's a classic. Then the last VHS I picked up today, again for only 10 cents, was Little Men, which is the sequel to, you guessed it, Little Women. I don't know really anything about this movie. In fact, I have not even watched Little Women yet. I own it. I've heard great things. Apparently it's a really good movie. I just haven't got around to watching my DVD copy yet. But I am a completist, so I definitely had to pick up the sequel. Looking forward to checking it out. I'm definitely looking forward to checking out Little Women and then checking out Little Men. Apparently this is a pretty good movie too. This has never been released to DVD though. Why? I'm not sure. It does seem like one of those movies that would warrant a DVD release, but never has. I mean, leave it up to Warner Brothers to pick and choose some really strange movies to release and other movies to not release. But definitely had to grab it. Definitely glad to have myself a copy since it is only available on VHS. And getting it for 10 cents, great deal. So that's it for what I bought today. So now it's what I watched. And the first Halloween Horror-thon title was Resident Evil Extinction. And the second Halloween Horror-thon title tonight was Resident Evil Afterlife. Now I'm just going to talk about these two movies kind of together really quick because I was thinking about how I wanted to review these and what I wanted to say about them. And really, the only thing I can really say is it's a Resident Evil movie. Again, you know, if you like the first two movies, you're going to like these. It's what it is. It's Alice, a group of people, Umbrella Corps, zombies, and there you go. The movies are pretty much all the same. They just change up little, like they just kind of like add little storylines, you know, mixed into it. But besides that, they're pretty much the same movie over and over and over again, which I'm not complaining about because I love the series. I absolutely adore the Resident Evil series. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I actually really do. So, I didn't really want to just go in and say, okay, here's the plot of this one. Here's the plot of this one. I figured that'd be kind of stupid of me to do. I just figured I'll just tell you maybe some quick things of what I thought of them really quickly and some good points and some bad points. Resident Evil Extinction here. I did really enjoy it. We have characters coming back. Carlos comes back. I really enjoy him. I enjoy him just as a actor in general. His name is Oded Feher or something like that. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but he was also in The Mummy, and ever since I've seen him in the Mummy movies, I was just a big fan. He's a great actor. So he's back in the movie. That's great. Mike Epps, or Mike Epps, again, how you pronounce his name, the character of LJ, he's back again, but that's the good thing. Whereas in the last movie, Resident Evil Apocalypse, where I absolutely hated the character LJ because he played a comedic role. He was like the wacky black guy. That was his role. He was the comic relief in the movie, which I thought was ridiculous. The Resident Evil movies do not warrant a comic relief. That made no sense in that movie. Luckily, since they brought him back, they didn't make him as goofy. I mean, yeah, he still says a few things here and there. They kind of kept him true to the character. Only now, since a bunch of times passed, he's not so wacky anymore. I guess he's wised up. That's what I like to think. I like to think that all this time has passed. He's been out being hunted by zombies. He's had to kill a bunch of zombies. He's kind of, gotten into that mentality of, we're on the run here. We're being hunted down. I got to kick some ass. That, he still maybe is a little goofy, but not nearly. He's a lot more serious now. And that's what I liked about it. I liked how they made his character not as goofy. I didn't hate his character in this movie. In this movie, I thought his character was okay. LJ in this movie was fine by me. I was okay with it. Unfortunately, he does die. Carlos does die as well, so spoiler alert there. They do kill off those characters. But we get a new character, Clary. She's good. She's played by Ali Larter, if that's how you pronounce her name. I like her character. She was good in the movie. I don't feel... See, she's one of those characters where it's like, I liked her, she was okay, but I don't think they should have got that actress to do it. I don't know who they should have got. Don't ask me who they should have put in her role instead, but something about her just kind of rubs me the wrong way. She just doesn't come off as... I don't know. I mean, Mila here, playing Alice, she does a really good job, playing her character. She kind of comes off a little bit badass, kind of like, doesn't take any gruff. But, the Ali playing Clary just doesn't really come off that way. She just, she just kind of seems bleh. Like, she doesn't really have any necessarily emotion. Like, you can tell she's trying to have some emotion, trying to kind of be, tough, but I don't really think it comes off. There's also a character in this movie, a young girl. She goes by Kmart because that's where they found her. Her character's kind of weird too, because you can tell, I think they wanted her to be a main character. Like, they wanted her to be, one of the main people in the movie, and then it just never seemed to work out. She didn't really ever become a main character. They kept pushing at her. They kept making her pop up here and there, making some parts of the plot revolve around her, and making her and Alice interact and whatnot. But then it just never felt like she ever really became a main character in the movie. So in the end, it was good. It's another Resident Evil movie. Yeah, the plot thickens. You learn some more stuff about Alice and the Umbrella Corps, what's going on. They're searching for basically Alice, she found this book, and she now thinks they need to go to Alaska to go to an area where there's no infection, where the T virus hasn't affected anybody, which that's just a small part of the plot. There's a lot more that goes on. So yeah, I recommend it. Again, if you like the first Resident Evil and you like the second Resident Evil, well, even I know a lot of people don't like the second Resident Evil, so if you like the first one at least, it's definitely a great, solid follow-up. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I definitely say check it out. So now on to Resident Evil Afterlife. Again, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. A lot of people, when they talk badly about this movie, they usually say one thing, and that is all the 3D slow motionness of it, because this movie was filmed for 3D. And there's a lot of scenes in it where things are flying at the camera and stuff, like a lot of like scenes that like slow motion scenes where things are flying through the air. Like Alice is flying through the air, she's shooting her guns with the quarters in it, and they're flying at the camera. A lot of slowness to it. And a lot of people say this movie would only be like 60 minutes long if they just took out all the slow motion. And yeah, maybe they're right. But that being said, I did think it was a solid movie. I thought it was pretty good. This one. Clary's back. Alice here ends up going up to Alaska, where everybody left in the end of the movie. Last movie, they went up to Alaska, and she goes up there too to find them, and everybody's pretty much gone except for Clary. She escaped and she found her. So they come back. They end up going to Hollywood basically, and they team up with some people in a jail cell, and of course, zombie survivalness. They gotta survive the zombies. That's what happens. It does turn out though that the area where they were looking for in Alaska wasn't actually a town in Alaska. It's actually a ship with the same name. So it was actually Umbrella Corps. They were up to their shadiness, and they were basically just calling out people, telling them, "Oh, come to this ship. It's safe. There's food. There's no infection. You'll be safe." And then they were actually harvesting these people to run basically tests with the T virus on them, which is pretty messed up, especially when there's not many people left in the Earth. I did forget to mention that. By Resident Evil Extinction, the whole entire Earth is now infected. The T virus is spread over the entire world. Pretty much everybody's dead, except for like maybe a few. I'd say probably maybe a few thousand people are left. But not very many people are left, and it's killed most of the environment too. Pretty much the whole world's now like a desert. So it's pretty messed up of Umbrella Corps to want to get basically what's left of all the people, round them all up, and then run tests on them. Like, they don't even want, it's almost like they just don't want at all the human race to survive anymore, which is kind of weird. So again, Alice kicks some ass. One weird scene in this is in the beginning of the movie, Alice is actually fighting with a bunch of her clones, which I thought was pretty cool. It's kind of weird to see Alice using her Alice clones, which is sort of odd, but then you start thinking about it, you're like, well, I guess if you have them, why not use them? They're kind of expendable. It's kind of interesting how she does that. I do like how she took advantage of her clones and actually used them to fight Umbrella Corps. That was cool. Another key scene I really like is the scene with it takes place in the shower with the big dude with the nails in him and that like hammer / axe thing he's like swinging around. That was a pretty cool scene. I did enjoy that. That was fun. But again, that scene offers a lot of like slow motion and things flying at the camera. It was definitely a high 3D scene, but it was pretty cool. And the scene I like the most, and I guess this isn't really a giveaway because this is basically just them setting up the next movie. The part of this movie I really like is actually the very end, right when you think it's a happy ending. Alice says the message over sends the message out. She's on the boat, sends the message out so people can hear that it's safe to come to the boat. There's food, shelter, there's no infection. You think, oh, that's so happy. Alice is going to help save so many people by having them come to this boat, and they're going to find all these people. And then before you know it, Umbrella Corps comes flying in with like a ridiculous amount of helicopters and basically just surrounds this boat, and then that's how the movie ends. I was like, that's pretty cool. They definitely set it up. I like how it wasn't a happy ending. I like how it wasn't like, Alice survives and she's going to go save the world. No, it's oh crap, what's going to happen now? They're surrounded, which in a way you would think, well, duh, you're going to send this broadcast out, to all over the place. Obviously, Umbrella Corps is probably going to hear it and know right where you are. So I don't know what she was doing with that. It was kind of obvious that would probably happen. So they do set it up for the sequel, which I do believe comes next year in 2012. I look forward to seeing it. I've enjoyed the first 4 films. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy the 5th film. So I would highly recommend both these films. They were a lot of fun. Think what you will of the Resident Evil series. I actually really enjoy it. They're just great zombie survival movies. Yeah, again, every single one is pretty much just the same movie over and over again. It's just Alice, surviving zombies with a group of people. Yeah, that's basically the main, the basic plot of the movies. But what I like about it is the fact that they do throw new things into the plot. You find out new things about Alice, where she's infected with the T virus. You find out about the clones. You find out about that, Umbrella Corps kind of controlling her. I like that. I like how they keep changing up. So even though, again, it's just Alice and a bunch of people surviving zombies throughout the whole movie, you are finding out new stuff, and the plot is thickening. It's evolving. You're finding more about things about Alice and what her involvement with the Umbrella Corps. They're great movies. I would definitely recommend them. I really can't say too much about them, but they're fantastic. Definitely check them out. And the last Halloween Horrorthon title tonight I watched was Season 2 of Supernatural. Only took me about a month to finally get through this, but I did, and it was fantastic. So just when I thought Season 1 was like fantastic, Season 2 came along and just completely kicked Season 1 in the teeth. Because now that I look at it, Season 1 does feel like a beginner season. Like they're trying to get the feel to the show, the feel to the characters, trying to get the feel to what the show really is about. And by Season 2, they've nailed it. At least I feel so far they've nailed it. The writing's just top notch. The actors are just brilliant. It's really, really good, and I'm really getting into this series now. It's still basically the same thing. Dean and Sam, they're just hunting down demons every week. They find a new demon, going to kill them, and ghosts, and we get a werewolf in this too. So they're hunting down just the things that go bump in the night, like always. They're also still after the demon who killed their mother and Sam's girlfriend. They're still, chasing him down. And one cool plot line about this now is that in this season, the FBI is on their trail because Dean here, I keep looking at him and thinking Dean, even though I'm well aware his name is Sam in the show, because he plays Dean in the Gilmore Girls, but he has a brother in this show named Dean. That's just weird to me. I don't know why. So anyway, Dean here, he's wanted by the FBI. He basically has all these charges on him from like grave desecration, obviously, because they're constantly doing that to get rid of spirits. He's got like fraud, all kinds of stuff. But worst of all, he's got like 3 counts of murder on him. So the cops are hot on their trail. The FBI is on their trail, and that's a really cool plot line. I really like that. I think it adds to it because now they can't just go out in the open so much. They got it. They're like hunting demons while hiding all at the same time, which is really cool and adds a great like twist to everything. The only downfall is I don't think they focused on that enough. They do like definitely hit on it a few times throughout the season, but they could have hit on it more, I think. I definitely would have liked to have seen more of that storyline. Unfortunately, they didn't really hit on it enough in my mind. But it is a great storyline, and I'm definitely glad they threw that in here. It definitely twists things, they turn things around, just like twist things up a bit. Just the fact that they are now having to do everything they do, but in hiding, which I just think is awesome. Again, like I said, they are still after the demon who killed their mother. And I'm not going to give any... They do confront him. I won't give any spoilers away to what happens. But it has a great ending. Ends on a really cool cliffhanger. It's just a great, great season. If you've seen Season 1 and you haven't seen Season 2 yet, definitely check it out. Well, even if you haven't seen Season 1, definitely check out Season 1. Because Season 1 was great. I definitely liked it. It definitely set the series up in a great way. But now Season 2, it's just it's just going so well, and I can only imagine it's going to get better. I am really, really enjoying this. Although, with the cliffhanger we have at the end, I'm curious to see where Season 3 goes now. It's the last season I have on DVD. I haven't picked up anything up after Season 3. But I'm definitely curious to see how they continue the story along now. Again, I'm not going to give any spoilers away on this one. But it does set it up for the next season. Like, it does end on a cliffhanger. But I don't quite know where it's going to go. So I definitely look forward to seeing that and seeing what that's all about. That's basically it. Again, it's just them hunting ghosts every week again, but with some great new storylines thrown in. Cool. I gotta say, there's one cool thing in here. They're in Hollywood and they're hunting down a spirit. Actually, it's a guy controlling a bunch of spirits in this in a movie studio, and it opens up with Dean and Sam. They're on like one of those like tram tours throughout the studio, and they're like, if you look to your right, you'll see Stars Hollow, where we filmed the hit show Gilmore Girls. Maybe if you look, you'll see one of the stars. And Sam here, you know, who plays Dean on the Gilmore Girls, he kind of gets this weird look on his face, like, we gotta go. And I loved it, just the fact that they threw in that little Gilmore Girls reference there. I thought that was just awesome, because, again, I know I am a straight 29-year-old male, but I do love the Gilmore Girls. I think that's a brilliant show. So I thought it was really cool that they just threw that little... You know, just throwing that in at us, because obviously I think the show was actually going. I believe the show was actually filming at the same time. Like Gilmore Girls was still going on while Supernatural was going on too. So I thought that was really cool. They threw that out there at us just for the fans. I thought it was awesome. So great season. I would highly recommend you check it out. This show is great. I'm definitely glad I got into this season. The series. I'm definitely glad I started watching it because it's brilliant. I would definitely recommend Supernatural. It's great. So that's it for what I bought when I watched today. Got a lot of great titles. Thank you again, Mystery Woman, who doesn't want to be named. You know who you are. Thank you so much for sending me that VHS tape. That's awesome, especially the fact that it's unopened. Very cool. And watching the Resident Evil movies. Really enjoyed them. I highly recommend them. I know, you know, it's people are on either side of the fence with the Resident Evil movies. Some people love them. Some people hate them. I love them. I think they're great zombie survival movies with a pretty decent story. I would definitely recommend checking them all out. And watching Supernatural Season 2, I loved it. It was great. Even better than Season 1. I cannot wait to see where Season 3 goes. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to see what I bought and what I watch tomorrow. See ya. Hey everybody, two quick things before I go. First off, I just want to give you a heads up and let you know that there's a $5 off coupon for the upcoming Cars 2 Blu-ray release this Tuesday. You do have to be a Disney Movie Rewards member to print it out, which is absolutely free to join. You just go to DisneyMovieRewards.com, sign up, again, absolutely free, and you can print the coupon out. Go to cars2coupon.com, and there you go. You can save yourself $5. So the second and last thing I want to tell you guys about is that I will not be around this weekend. I'm actually going on vacation with the wife. So I will not be around Friday night, Saturday night, or Sunday night. I will not be back until Monday, so you guys will not see me with a Bought and Watch video until Monday night. But on the plus side, I will be shooting a new Let's Go Shopping video while I'm down there, which I'm definitely looking forward to doing. My first ever Let's Go Shopping video was actually shot down in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. I showed you pretty much a bunch of places I went to, but unfortunately I didn't film everywhere I went, and B, I wasn't narrating at the time. Like, I was talking during shooting, but I was talking really softly. I was scared people would be looking at me thinking, what's that guy videotaping stuff, and talking into his camera thinking I'm a nut job. So it wasn't the best video ever. But this time when I go down, since I'm now narrating my videos, I'm going to shoot everything. Everywhere I go, pretty much my entire experience within the shops, the whole deal. So it's going to be a nice, long video. So definitely have that to look forward to. So even though I won't be around for the next 3 days, at least late next week, you'll get a pretty decent Let's Go Shopping video to enjoy. So there's definitely that to look forward to. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Hope you find some great deals. Hope you have some good media hunting. And I'll see you all Monday night. So see ya.